What does marriage mean to you?
Marriage means mutual support, mutual love, mutual respect, definitely. Those three things.
To me, it means two people staying together, working through problems, and, being there for each other no matter what happens.
Marriage, to me, I think is more symbolic than anything, and so I would say it's kind of just being able to go out of your way to plan this huge event and just letting everybody know, like, hey, me and this person are together now, and like it's I'm doing this big event to showcase that and just bringing the family together and really like solidifying the relationship.
I don't really think marriage is necessary, but as far as for a girl to go through the experience of getting married and having the name, because like usually, like for instance, like me, been together with somebody for 7 years, and they're always like, when are you gonna get married? And it's like, you know how expensive it is to get married? Like, I'm waiting, So I'm gonna try to do other things first before you think about marriage, because it's not that important if you really are with somebody you love and you expect to be with. That can wait.
To me, marriage is defined by the Bible, and that's exactly what it means to me. Even if I can't exactly recall what all that entails, that is what I believe. So I'm a Christian, and to be more specific, or to recite what I do know, the Bible says about marriage. Marriage is an internal bond between a man and a woman that requires lots and lots of sacrifice and loyalty, patience, basically everything life demands, marriage requires, I guess you could say.
Do you plan on ever getting married?
Oh, most definitely. Eventually, because I have a ring. People always ask me if I'm engaged. I say that I am, because I feel like I am, and I know that one day we will get married. It's just like they said, timing, money, the ability to do all those things and not feel like, because like a lot of people get stressed when they're married. They're like, oh, I gotta worry about this and this and this, but you need to get married whenever it's comfortable and you can actually enjoy it and not go broke or bankrupt because of it.
Yeah, I do. I'd like to.
Yeah, no, I definitely plan on getting married. I think, I know that marriage is kind of like falling a little bit out of trend now, like dating culture, but I think personally, I still see value in it, not only, through like legal value in it, but also just, I think it would be, a nice gesture to just get all of the family involved and say basically like, this is like who I will be spending my life with. And so I think that the family aspect of it is really what I would want.
Yes, I plan on getting married, yeah.
Yeah, I plan to get married. I think I found the one, but it's just a matter of finances and all the other worldly restrictions and hurdles and all that good stuff. But I do find a lot of value in publicly proclaiming your love for somebody and all that good stuff.
Do you have any religious background that would compel you to get married?
Somewhat. I'd like to get married in the Catholic Church because I was raised Catholic. So.
No, not really. Religion has nothing to do with that on that aspect at all.
Just
for most people it is, but for me, no. I actually expect our vows to be like completely different. Our wedding's going to be completely non-traditional, so I like it that way.
Not really. I'm definitely open to it. I'm open to everything pretty much.
I sure do. I'm a Christian, and I find value in walking my walk with God with a female, and yeah.
My parents are, they're religious, they're Christians, Orthodox Christians, and I'm not though. I've like always not really been religious. Not against it or anything, but personally, it's more of just like the family aspect of it and getting friends like together so that they now know like
Are there any people in your life that are like influencing you or pushing you to get married?
No one's pushing. I mean, I know my boyfriend's parents, they want us to be young, so they're not pressuring us. They're actually encouraging us to live our separate lives, but like together. And then if the time is right and we're both ready, then that's when we should get married.
No, my parents have basically just said like, don't get married until like you're like 100% sure.
My boyfriend's mom. But, I mean, nobody's really pushing me, but they all hint to it.
Definitely. They think because 7 years you're with somebody, like, it's time to get married. Like, no, there's not a time limit on marriage at all or being engaged. People can be engaged for years. My uncle didn't get married to his wife for 21 years. So, you know, I'm at 7. I can go a little longer. It's okay. I'm still with them. We're still in love, so that's all that matters.
I would say basically any female elder in my life has brought the question up how serious they actually are. Who's to know? I know my mom is kind of saying it literally, I guess you would say, but other people are just kind of yanking my leg. I would hope anyway, because I'm only 22. Although 22 seems to be the age people are doing it nowadays.
Do you think the percentage of people getting married has like, you know, gone down, gone up, stayed the same?
It's like, I think it's gone down slightly, but I don't think it's at the rate in which people are making it out to be, because I think what more than anything is there's this push for independence. You know, people want to be independent, blah blah blah, and so they put on like the front, like, oh, I never need to get married, I never need that or this. But then I feel like they quickly realize like you can be independent, you can be strong, but you can also be married. And so I feel like although some people will stick to it and be like, no, I don't need anybody in my life like that, I think majority will still marry. So in a slight downward trend, I'd say, yeah.
To be honest, I think it might fluctuate a little bit, but I think it definitely has either stayed the same. I think the only thing that really changes is the age of which people get married.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably gone down where people are just kind of staying together, and I guess the legality of getting married scares a lot of people.
Increased for the wrong reasons, like I said earlier. For the fact of like people are getting pregnant at a really young age, they feel like they need to. A lot of times their parents say, "Oh, you need to marry this girl because this is carrying your child," and I feel like that's for all the wrong reasons, like that. And a lot of people, I feel like millennials, we feel like, you know, we want to be loved and cared about because that's like a lot of that affection. Like social media makes us feel like we need constant attention. So I feel like a lot of that people are rushing into because they want to feel that. But I feel like marriage doesn't make you feel that. You feel that on your own, you know.
I think it has significantly changed. To what extent, I cannot tell you, but from a logical standpoint, it is very easy to observe the fact that society is requiring more and more and more of our time. And because of that, we have less time for each other.